Welcome back. The Niagara River Lions are ready to break training camp. They'll head out on the road for their first 4 CEBL games later this week. Longtime River Lion Guillaume Boucard is back for his 4th year with the team. Guillaume, a couple of days left in camp. Has the roster been finalized?
I think this should happen today or tomorrow, but we just had a really good group, and I'm excited for what's to come.
You have 2 new players coming in with some serious U.S. NCAA Division I backgrounds, right?
Yeah, and they've been great. Nobody has crazy egos. Everybody just wants to learn, like I said, and wants to get better. So it's just made training camp a breeze, and it's been fun.
When you look at going out on the road for those first 4 games, what is that experience like when you haven't, you're coming off a season where you played all your games, 7 of them, inside your own arena?
Well, we know it's going to be a tough road trip, especially to start the season. So we try to get mentally ready for this. But it's a challenge, and we're accepting it.
When you look at your chances this season, the last time that there was an actual season played, you guys were really the favorites going into the championship and were upset by the Honey Badgers. How do you make good on that promise that you had 2 years ago?
The goal is the same. Obviously, those memories stings, and it's still in our mind, and we're always thinking about it. But we just want to approach it and get one win at a time, and just keep on improving.
In the winter, you played in France again this year. How did COVID affect the season in France?
Well, we had to be fully stocked for a month. And then games were constantly postponed because one team was getting hit by COVID, and we ended up with a condensed schedule. So that was a bit hard on the body because we had one game every 3 days. Luckily, I was able to be healthy for most of the season. I only missed like 3 games, but we ended up with a good record, so I'm happy about that.
How do you contrast playing here in Ontario versus playing in France?
I think in Ontario it's a bit more athletic. In Europe, it's more. I think it's more an emphasis on the system, and just everybody's got a precise role, and yeah, there's rotations and all of that. But it's more athletic in Ontario.
You had some really big stats in France this past season. What do you attribute that to?
Just staying aggressive. I had a coach that really believed in me for the past 2 seasons, and just wanted me to be the go-to guy. So that helped with my confidence, and just stay aggressive all season. And I had a goal to move up league for the next season, which I was able to do. So yeah.
You mentioned coaches, and I think it's a quite interesting dynamic when I look at your situation with the River Lions, because you actually played at Carleton with your head coach in Niagara. How does that dynamic work between player and coach?
Well, it's great because I'm just with somebody that wants to win, that cares a lot about basketball and its players. So for me, it's easy. It just feels like back in the days when we were competing at Carleton. So yeah, it's easy, it's fun. It's just cool to be competing with somebody that you feel cares as much as you do.
When you look at last year's summer series, all played in the bubble here in St. Catharines, that must have been a big challenge for not just you, but the entire team.
Yeah, it was just being off basketball for so long because of COVID, and it was a short season, short training camp. Obviously, we did not play to the extent of what we wanted to do. We had a rough season then, and we're looking to correct that this year.
Now, I've got to ask you this question because I've always wondered. You grew up in Quebec speaking French. You played over in France where they speak French. How did they accept your Quebecois accent, your Quebecois language in France?
Well, French people are pretty proud about their language, and Quebecers don't really get a lot of respect. Even though they know what I'm saying, sometimes they'll just pretend like they don't, just to annoy me. But everybody's great though. Everybody's super social. They're nice people. Everybody says hi in the streets. So it's a nice place to be.
Well, we're glad to have you back here in Niagara. And your first game is when?
Thursday against Ottawa. We'll be looking for all the support that we can get.